In the blue corner, wearing light blue, weighing 155 pounds, standing 5'9", from Fontana and fighting for Team Tosha and Red Dragon Martial Arts. With a record of 4-4, introducing Joe the General Davidson.
Fighters for quite some time.
I recall Joe as a young amateur, and we followed him all the way through his amateur career through Southern California, the high desert of California, into Victorville. And Joe ran up a 21-4 amateur record, Blinky. I mean, he took on everybody in his weight class. Some guys outside of his weight class, it fared very well.
No, absolutely. I remember
Please
that fight.
Joe the General Davidson.
Just bring him on. We'll fight.
Well, his last fight was in Pala, just outside San Diego. He lost to Artem Shiroshkin in a tournament fight.
下面将出场的中方代表队选手是武林风最新鲜出炉的中国勇士。那么在他身上，我们也感受到他如重炮般的拳法，以及犹如核能量一般的源源不断的体能。有请核动力战舰郑兆宇。
And tonight, Joe Davidson will tangle with Zheng Zhaoyu, 18-year-old young man from Shandong, China, now living in Beijing. And Blinky, as we've talked so often in these fights pitting the American fighters against the Chinese group, boy, just to get to this point, you've had to fight a plethora of great talent in China.
Oh, absolutely. So I'll tell you what, we've been to Heiko, and we've seen the talent that they've had to go through to get here. And it's just amazing, the fighters and the skills that they possess.
Wei Zhang is the referee, and he's in the corner now of Zheng Zhaoyu. Zhang is a tremendous puncher, good right hand. He initially was introduced to the sport in China, Blinky, as a kickboxer. That was his first regimen. His first discipline was in kickboxing.
But nowadays, Phil, with the mixed martial arts and everything, I mean, people are moving around and trying to learn all the different styles to benefit themselves.
Davidson a bit slow coming out of his corner. Now comes the center of the ring. Checks to make sure his mouthpiece is in. Davidson's ready. Zhang is ready. And here we go. These super welterweights are scheduled to go 3.
Cameraman a little slow on getting out, Phil. He almost got hit with a right hand. Zhaoyu, immediately Davidson goes to an inside leg kick and to the outside with a leg kick.
Now Davidson's always had superior leg speed.
Uh-oh. We had a malfunction going on now, Phil, with the cup of Davidson.
They'll stop the clock. There's a timeout here while they figure out how to take care of that.
Well, there you see Paulo Tosha. He's been around. He's had this happen more than once. You don't see him panicking. He jumps right in the ring.
Yeah. What do you put on your resume for that?
They don't call him the General for nothing.
You get that on your resume?
It's called Cups Repair.
Cup repair.
Anybody got a cup that broke?
Yeah, now they've got one of the laces. Yeah.
What size?
No, absolutely. We know that. Yeah, his cup, Davidson's cup is broken, Phil, and I don't know for a fact that we're going to be. It's going to be really interesting to me to see the way that we move forward with this particular bout.
I'm not sure how you go forward here. Whether you go back to the. Back to the dressing room and reattach it.
I got to tell you, Phil, in all these years, I can't remember when I've seen a cup just fall right out of the fighter, right down his short leg and onto the canvas.
Thanks.
Now they're going to try and do a field repair here in the corner of the ring. Clock is stopped in the early seconds of this first round. Yep. They're going to try and make the repair and see if we can get this fight moving forward.
And you know, Phil, as awkward as the situation is right now in the ring, and the opportunity that I had to, you know, to talk with the General Davidson, Joe Davidson, Phil, you know, I couldn't help but feel his sincerity for the spirit of Muay Thai.
Yes.
You know, and I asked him, I said, Muay Thai training, why'd you start in Muay Thai? And he said, you know what, I love the honor and the spirit of Muay Thai, and that's getting back to the traditional roots. You know, a lot of people feel in today's world, you know, we got the whole different type of fighters coming up, and sometimes along the line they just lose that Budo heart, you know, the spirit of the tradition, of the sport, of the art. Even when you look at the karate world, when you look at the kickboxing world, I mean, many people get into the arts and into the Muay Thai for the discipline, and so they really I've looked at it from a different light, you know, and the fact that he has that type of spirit of respect and humility. I think it's something that needs to be said more in the sport.
Now they continue to try and make the repair to make sure Joe's all right. This is
when
it
happened. No overhand right by Joe Davidson, and right there and then, as the cup just snapped right.
Well, we're back in live action. Everything has been repaired to the referee's satisfaction, and live action now here in round one.
The jab, they kick to the thigh of Zhao now backing Davidson up. That fighter's going to the clinch.
A little bit of headbutt, yep.
Yeah, Davidson looking palling over the top of his brow. I don't see no blood coming from it. Davidson really trying to work that left jab, Phil, to keep his opponent off balance.
Spinning back fist bounced off the forehead of Zheng. Good straight right hand by Davidson. Follows it with an inside leg sweep.
And came back with a left hook right off it.
Now Davidson goes down with a late knee to the cup.
The referee now, Ray, is definitely counting him.
I don't think Davidson's going to get up.
And I don't know if that was a shot to the cup, Phil, but he's had a lot of problems with that cup tonight in more ways than one.
Now they got to 8 in the count, and the referee, I'm not sure. Not sure what happened here with the count. He stopped at 8.
You know, listening to the corner, Paulo Tosha, he's telling Joe Davidson, you got 5 minutes. And I don't know that it's been confirmed that it was a low blow.
Yeah, the ringside doctor to our right was screaming he's got 5 minutes, so the referee immediately signaled a timeout, stopped the clock. Joe in trouble here in the early going. Zheng Zhaoyu.
Right in the bolts.
Right on the break.
Right through the cup.
Caught him with the knee, right up flush with the cup.
You okay? You got 5 minutes to rest.
We'll try and sort it out for you. We're still in round one. We've had 2 lengthy clock stoppages here in this first of 3 rounds between Joe Davidson and Zheng Zhaoyu.
There you see a left hook that bounces off the top, and then they go into the clinch, and Zhao Yu pressing forward with the right hand. Both fighters clinch up. left round kick thrown by Zhaoyu. There's that attempted spinning back fist by Joe Davidson, and there's a left knee right above us, Phil. There's that left knee right to the cup. You know, Phil, it didn't look like it had a lot of torque on it, but, you know, down below doesn't take a whole lot, you know, and it can cause a lot of problems, as we're seeing right now.
Now Davidson talking to his corner to see whether or not he's got enough gas in the tank to keep going.
And Zheng Zhaoyu, I'm sure he's up there saying, are we going to fight tonight?
Yeah, exactly.
Or what's going on here?
Now Zheng brings a 3-1 record into this fight. Kyle Tosha is talking to Joe, his fighter, to see if can you go.
A lot of discussion going on around ringside.
Now Joe Davidson still down on the apron here. We are midway through round one after catching a knee below the belt. Blinky, as you mentioned at first glance, it did not appear as if Zheng had a lot of torque on that knee. But if you catch it just right, boy, it can do some damage.
But it seemed to me, there it goes again right there. And immediately you see Joe Davidson reacting and responding as any guy would that gets caught in the groin with a knee or anything else. But, you know, also earlier on, Phil, when the cup was broken, there was a grimace also on Joe Davidson's face. You know, like the cup got either, when it got snapped, there might have been an initial pinch. And a lot of times, you know, that lingers on. So the second blow might be the reason why that left knee really did the damage it did.
So the big question here at ringside amongst this capacity crowd is, will the general be allowed to continue?
I got a feeling that they're going to call the fight.
They're going to call it. It's not going to be allowed to continue. Joe cannot go.
So this corner, you know, I don't blame, you know, Paulo Tosha. I mean, you know, his fighter's not going to be able to come out and compete and give his best. So there's no sense. Many times the corners get real brave, and they want a fighter to get out there, hook or crook, just get out there and do what you got to do. But in this case, I don't feel they're prepared to jeopardize Joe Davidson. We both know how tough he is. You were just talking about he fight guys in different weight divisions. Here you see him. There's that left knee again. And again, directly to the cup. There you see the angle. He's just leaning. He's just completely turned, and he's in perfect position to catch that knee.
Yeah. Now Zheng came a long way for this fight to have it stopped in the first minute of the opening round.
Well, he's got to be very, very, very disappointed, without a question. That young man, you know, came all the way from China to perform. And again, Joe Davidson staying in the ring. And now he's going to go ahead and leave the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Zhang Wei stopped this fight at 1 minute 30 seconds of round one. After review of the videotape, it was ruled not a foul. We have a winner by TKO in the red corner, Zheng Zhaoyu in the red corner.
Interesting, Phil. that was not
And also a round of applause
counted as
for the
a foul, as
challenger,
judged.
Davidson.
And so again, you know, just kind of bizarre, and the way that happened on the replay was real clear. At least I thought it was. That the left knee caught him right directly on the cup. But I guess again, upon review, they've determined that the Chinese fighter is going to return home with a victory.
Now Zheng Zhaoyu has been awarded a victory here after Joe Davidson has left the ring, unable to continue here in round one after catching a knee below the belt. The referee initially had counted to about 8 and then waved it off and gave the timeout sign. So we thought he was going to be given 5 minutes to come back from it. And as Joe left the ring, we found out that Zheng has been declared the winner.
You gotta get out, guys. Next fight. Thank you.